Hello students, today we will be discussing about our second case of Rawls law. Now in the second case of Rawls law, we are going to discuss about the relative lowering of vapor pressure, where this relative lowering of vapor pressure is a colligative property. So in our first case of Rawls law, we had discussed that in the case of Rawls law, if both solute and solvent is volatile, what will happen? Now here we will be discussing our second case where we have a non-volatile solute and we have got a volatile solvent. Now let us take an example. So we have taken a beaker in which we have here taken a pure solvent A, and in this case we have taken a non-volatile solute B. Now what happens? These two solute and solvent combines together, resulting in the formation of what? Resulting in the formation of an solution in which both the solute and solvent particles are present. So here you can see that in the case of pure solvent, what will be the vapor pressure? We have already learned. In the case of a pure solvent, we are representing the vapor pressure as what? It is P naught A. Whereas when it becomes solution, what happens? Yes, definitely what happens? The vapor pressure decreases. Why the vapor pressure decreases? Because in the surface, not only the solvent particles are present but also the solute. And what type of solute? Non-volatile solute particles are present. So we have already learned in the factors affecting the vapor pressure that the vapor pressure of a pure solvent is always greater than that in the solution, which we have already learned. What is that? The vapor pressure of a pure solvent is always greater than the solution. So this is our solution AB, in which what happens? The vapor pressure decreases. So we can say that since the vapor pressure of pure solvent is greater than that of PA, we can write as delta P. What does delta P represent? It is the change in the vapor pressure. What is the change? Since the vapor pressure of the pure solvent is greater than that of the solution, we can represent it as P naught A minus PA. Thus, what we have got? We have got here as delta P is equal to what? P naught A minus PA, where what is P naught A? It is the vapor pressure of pure solvent. PA is the vapor pressure of the solution. Now we have already discussed the Rawls law, according to which the vapor pressure of a solution is directly proportional to the mole fraction of its constituent components. So it can be written as PA is equal to P naught A XA. Now substituting this value in this lowering of vapor pressure, we will get delta P is equal to P naught A minus, instead of PA, we can represent it as what? P naught A XA. Again, we know that here what is the common term? It is our P naught A. So it can be written as it is our P naught A into 1 minus chi A. Now again we know that the mole fraction is represented as the total number of mole fraction is chi A plus chi B equal to 1, or we can write it as what is chi A? Chi A is equal to 1 minus chi B. Now substituting this value in this equation, what we will be getting? We will be getting it as it is our, what is that? It is our P naught A, and what is that? Instead of chi A, we can represent it as it is our chi B. Again, what is this delta P here? Delta P is our P naught A minus PA is equal to what we have got? It is equal to P naught A chi B. Or we can represent this equation as P naught A minus PA, or we can simply write it as what? Delta P by P naught A is equal to what? It is our equal to chi B. Again, we know that what is this chi B? It is the number of moles, which can be written as NB by Na plus Nb. Or we can also write it as, for example, let us consider that let the number of moles of Na be very much greater than number of moles of B. So we can write it as what? It will become Nb by what? Na. Or we know that how the number of moles are represented? Wb by Mb into what is that? Our Na. It is our WA by, or it can be written as what? It can be written as MA by WA. So on simply substituting, we can also find out the value for number of moles. Now in this case, what is that? Thus we can say that we have, what is that? Delta P is equal to delta P by P naught A, or delta P can be written as what? P naught A minus PA by P naught A is equal to WP into MA by MB into WA, where MB represent what? It is the molecular mass of the solute. Now if in the question, if you are given MA as aqueous solution is given, that means what? It means it is water, and the value of MA in such questions will be what? It will be 18. So in this thing, one more thing that you have to remember is that P naught A minus PA, this one simply represent what? It represents the lowering of vapor pressure, and the delta P, or this term P naught A minus PA, it represents our relative lowering of vapor pressure. Hope up to this it is clear. Thank you.